Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion. Play Slay the Spire. We're going to do a daily, a little palette cleanser, getting my butt kicked. A30. Craft a deck from 30 random cards for the defect. Whenever you add a copy of a card to your deck, add 2 additional copies. Are you insane? Well, let's start it up here. Let me see. So you get to pick 10 cards, I think. It's pretty simple. You need some blocks, you need some attacks. It's going to be a 30 card deck. And then you need some stuff in the middle. So I'll tell you right off the bat, what do I like? Charge battery, ball lightning. Seems pretty cool. The holograms, I wish they were upgraded. 3 block and pulling something from the discard pile doesn't seem that good. I think I'd actually rather have steam barriers. So it's 2 attacks, 2 blocks. What else we got? We need more, obviously. I don't mind self-repairs, but I think it's a little... 3 of them in a 30-card deck even is a little too much. You really just want 1. Kind of diminishing returns. Static discharge is not the worst idea, but I really don't want to take damage on a daily if possible. So I think Melter is really good. It's 5 of 10. I think we could probably do with a go for the eyes. 6. Dude, if only there were claws in here. I actually think we want to take 2 steam barriers. So that's 6 blocks. 9 blocks, okay. You're gonna... Don't shoot the messenger. I don't think it's that strong of a start, honestly. I was thinking maybe you could make the dark orbs work, because you, like, when they're upgraded, they'd be better, but I really don't think for now we need them. I think we could do with a rebound, and, like, an FTL's got something going on, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 3 blocks. Let's take a cold snap just to have some form of like passive block, but I don't think this is one of those sealed operations where like right off the bat we feel like nothing could touch us. I definitely, by the way, do not feel like it's bad. Because here's what I like about it is if we can draw a rebound charge battery on every turn, you know, I'd be the happiest man you could ever ask for, because that gives us the ability to play all of our cards. It's just that easy. So we will add things that we already have copies of, but we got to be careful about the balance, because obviously adding too much stuff, you know, it starts to get a little... Well, it doesn't really start to. It just is a little ridiculous. But I really wanted these ball lightnings right off the bat, and, you know, they're doing a good job so far of proving why. So it's a nice little warm-up, a nice little puzzle box to go through. Remind us, you know, what we need to be looking for in the future. Maybe I shouldn't be going that hard in situations like this. Palm pickup, raise max HP by 10. I don't know about that one, but I don't know. Maybe you get more points for fulfilling the requirement. Although, now that I think about it, I'm like, I doubt it. Regardless, I'm not too concerned. Boot sequence is kind of interesting, but it's actually not, because you don't really want to have... 3 boot sequences in your hand at the start of the turn. Call me crazy, but I think having a hand that's 30 block and then 2 other cards is probably a little bit too much. Dude, I'll tell you, these Daze Lords, they're not getting me. I wish I didn't have to do it like this. You know, maybe I don't. We don't have to play our other steam barrier, actually. But I don't know if those dazes are actually going to make it into our deck at all. So I gotta put up a block. I don't have to put up a block. How about that? It's impossible with my earthling brain to figure out what we're going to be drawing, but that's okay. No, we don't need any of this. Like, I know we could just divide it by 3. So we have 11 cards in our deck. We can't smith? Oh, because of Midas. I forgot. Okay. Well, that makes HP-related concerns way less annoying then. Let's get rid of Go for the Eyes for now. Okay, so we love FTL. We don't need a charge battery. We want damage out there ASAP. Passive block is nice too. But it seems like I was actually, I would say, wrong. And, you know, I'm not afraid to admit when I'm wrong, to be honest. I think, you know, I think if we pop this, we won't take damage. If we don't pop it, we will take damage. I just want to, the perfect is worth a lot here. I think I was wrong. I thought this was an unsatisfying start. I actually think it's a very satisfying start. And I think if we can get claws, and now I do want holograms. If we can get claws and holograms working together, or just a lot of claws, that's also fine. Rebound, or sorry, just Cold Snap Steam Barrier gets us where we need to go. We might as well redraw Rebound, though. So I think I love this. Give me a... You make me vulnerable. Okay, give me a Rebound Claw. Yeah. The rebounds are kind of... Did I say I wanted headbutts? I hope I didn't say I wanted headbutts, because it's not what I meant. I want holograms. I think I said holograms now that I think I'm thinking about it. Can't smith. Going to the shop would be nice, but we can go to a shop later. Hold on. Shh. This is 11 block if we play everything. Hoping for a 0 cost. That's fine. That's fine. Actually, we might even be able to do a little bit better now. There you go. Yeah, I think we got a very good thing going. It would be nice to be able to get the claws around faster, but we know what cards do that. This feels like a nice confidence builder for 820, and that's really how I see the dailies, reminding me of the fun you can have. Really, just want big blocks. Reminding me of the fun you can have in Slay the Spire, while simultaneously serving as like a nice little warm-up of how the game, you know, if you're going to be having a long session that day, it's nice to get warmed up with something a little bit safe. Less likely to screw you. Super stoked we got the block we were looking for there. I definitely think more charge batteries is totally fine. I got nothing against gaining gold. I don't think the Guardian is going to do too well against us. You're doing 17 damage. We have, well, you're probably doing 15 damage if you factor this in. We have not very much block. I hate to get rid of the claws, but I think this fight will be too short to make them relevant. So we'll do like this, and then you're at 18, you're at 23. We'll do this. We still have a Go for the Eyes. We need to do 8 damage. And you're doing 11. Dude, this deck gets there. That's awesome. I mean, it's A0, so I'm not super concerned, I guess. But at the same time, it's just nice that it, you know, it works that way. A good reminder that strikes and defends are really bad. And if you can replace them even with just slightly better strikes and slightly better defense, you're probably going to be pretty happy. So more than anything, we want like an energy relic from this guy. And then to have more draw in the deck wouldn't be the worst thing. So we want raw damage and as many claws as possible. Need to hit you for 14, which is actually 11. Barely got there, honestly. But I think we're in the driver's seat. I'm not very concerned here. So you like this. Well, FTL. Honestly, give me a Rebound Steam Barrier. 3 damage. So we're at 13. You're hitting for 9. We can hit you with one of these. Why do that? Well, I want free blocks just to give me, you know, to make up the difference, I think. Okay, because we're at enough, I don't think we had to do that, but it felt right anyway. So let's see. We're at 14. He's doing 12. We can't hit you. That's fine. We really want the perfect. I think we got a chance at... You know, at the end of the day, you never know how you're going to rank, necessarily. But I think we have a chance to be close to an ideal first floor score based on, you know, duplicates and based on, you know, perfect elite fights and et cetera, et cetera. So I think that we're reasonably incentivized to keep this perfect streak going here. I can't really hit you at all and maintain that, so we'll stay away. And then, dude, honestly, I mean, we don't have to go overboard, but 5 energy next turn is very nice. We need to find a way to get to 12 block. It's, you know, the easiest thing in the world. Dex is getting out of control. I mean, even on the best runs ever, you still love to see something like Kunai show up. You're like, this is amazing. Bunch of extra energy for next turn. You're probably gonna live for 2 more turns, would be my my guess, but just don't screw this one up. 14, we can hit you 1 more time. Never mind, you're already dead. Dude, Kunai plus Steam Barrier. That's amazing. All for 1 seems like your dream choice. And, I mean, the problem... I'm going to take Coffee Dripper, just because I don't think Runic Dome... I mean, I think it's good, but if we're going to maintain perfects, it really helps to see enemies. You know, I'm not at that level of Slay the Spire gameplay. But it does mean that campfires are going to be worth, like, actually nothing. Yo. And if campfires are worth nothing, we wouldn't mind having some form of healing. You know, even if it's something like Toy Ornithopter. So here we need blocks. I think you'll keep this just to knock off a little damage. So if we do this, just thinking, this and this. So this only takes us to 9 block. This will take us to 15. I honestly, like, a claw is not a bad idea here, but we can just claw and get the extra dex out of this. So if we pop this, now we can get to 18. We'll pop it, but we're not gonna have a perfect here. All right. I mean, I would feel relatively comfortable adding a self-repair into this deck now. We're obviously likely to play everything here. Everything we need to play, at least. Am I crazy, or did we not lose any HP? Did we lose 1? I don't know. I'm so mind-flooded by the fact that you don't start with full HP on every single floor on A20 that maybe we lost 1. Beam Cell's fine. Actually, you know what? I do think adding the holograms will be worth it. I'm not worried about a thick deck, let's be honest. I'm not going to spend any gold on removing anything because we're kind of already there. You know, I mean, 44 cards is not going to smooth this out too much, is my 2 cents on the subject. I'll add some more holograms. Not being able to upgrade, you know, maybe any of them is pretty bad. We do need some blocks, so let's dump 1 of these and rebound as well. Just going to say, we have enough block that, you know, I would be disappointed if we weren't able to get the full block over the course of this, you know, ridiculous path here. We'll rebound a Steam Barrier just to make sure we have block for next turn as well. It might seem like Steam Barrier gets worse but every time we play it, but we're gaining so much dex that it actually looks like it's getting better. Plus, we have enough of them, so you're still not doing any damage. Like this, you're screwed, basically. The only downside here is we are going to have too many cards to do to make all for one work as well as it possibly could for us. But I mean, this is still hilarious. When you all for one into an FTL that gives you an all for one, like, what do you say except thank you? We had a couple not so amazing dailies in a row too, I think. So just to keep this one going at a good pace feels good. You definitely do not need these holograms. You could get rid of one at least, and then like rebound. I think you want to go for the wombo combo. You want your enablers as soon as possible. So like, I think we like ball lightning, hologram, ball lightning, and like you just take one out, play this. Okay, we're looking for all for ones basically. Yeah, and we got them thankfully. So we'll go hard on you. You have 16. Okay, so this is exactly, well, it's 13 damage, but hold on, this only does 10. Okay, so we do want to do it like this. A bit weak, unfortunately. We don't have the energy to get that other all for one out there, but nobody's fault but my own. So probably we like a hologram all for one for the kill. Then this guy, you just, you know, go for the obvious. Definitely should have rebounded properly, but it just goes to show you, like, we're in control on the fight. We can do this. Whenever we have a hologram, you just hologram back an all for one. The all for one comes out. If you can draw, you get those out there. You go for the eyes. Then it probably just hologram back another claw. And this son of a gun, he's doing 11 damage by himself already. I don't even think we've drawn our other two claws. Okay, so 8 damage. This might be one where we just want to, like, rebound, ball lightning, cold snap. All of a sudden, we're not taking any damage. All we got to do is hit you for 23 next turn. There's about 100 different ways to get there. Like I said, 16, we can get 21 damage out there. I actually, just to make sure it'll work, because you never know, the lightning might not hit him. Might as well use a potion to maintain the perfect. Well, maintain survival as well. Fossilized Helix is beautiful. I honestly don't feel like we need to add Glacier. We'll proceed. You know, even though it's nice to try out stuff like this in a risk-free environment. You know, on A20, that might be the difference between living and dying. On this run, obviously, like, not even close. But, you know, using the potion, making the decision to use that potion there rather than play the odds, it could make a difference. So, like, we'll claw. You could rebound all for one. I actually don't dislike that. That way, that also rebounds the claw next turn. Now, we'd like the perfect. A glacier will definitely get us there. This actually saves the artifact as well, which is even better. Okay, so this is just, like, comically good. Yeah, I think we, this'll work. Dude, Boot is really good, too. And have you noticed, we're rolling a defect deck that doesn't use Frost Focus? That's a new one for me, recently at least. We can't hologram back. It's my, all the girls want to be like, you can't hologram back all for one. It doesn't really work. We can definitely get to 5 block, which means we don't take damage, but like, go for the eyes. 2 turns of weakness is not that good. I think we can get rid of these two. Hope for something a little better. And I think we got there. Yeah, I think I'm content with that because we got the extra decks. I know Charge Battery would have given us the extra energy, but, you know, the reality of the situation right now is we pretty much got nothing but time. Dude, the fact that you can, on turn 2, to have played a claw 4 or 5 times is hilarious. We don't need to play this, but I'm going to anyway. Just because I don't trust myself to do the math properly. A less humble human being would have said, better safe than sorry. That's not the way I felt about that. I'd tell it like I see it. Sometimes I can be dumb. Okay, so Melter's great, but we don't need it immediately. We might like everything else immediately. So I think we'll pop this, and then let me think. Like, obviously, we're going to pop weakness. You're doing 15. If we play 3 attacks, charge battery, hologram, probably just put a melter in at the end. We're not even losing our artifact, which is beautiful. And then I like the fact that he's weak for 2 turns for this exact reason. So we like a claw for sure. Melter. Probably like a hologram. Melter again. Yeah, he's done. Although, to bring a melter back would be nice. He might not be done. He's done. I was gonna say he might not be done on this turn, but, like, let's be realistic. Truth be told, we actually... If I could go back and refactor... it's kind of a weird start, but... If I could go back and refactor the way this run started... really, like, the way we sealed the run. I don't think we want to play all for one. How weird is that? I would take Streamlines. I didn't realize it, but it's easy for us to get Streamlines played enough to have them cost 0 and then get hit by all for one forever. I think it might be a little too late to start adding them, but you know, that might be the same kind of like backwards reasoning that kept me from picking them up in the first place. The nice thing is, it really doesn't matter right now. Probably should have played the Steam Barrier. See, those are the little things that could cost you in the future. Probably preaching to the converted here, but all for one, and then 0 cost cards that get stronger over time. It's like disgustingly good. So I'm not taking Streamline. I know I just said that it might be good, but like I really think it isn't as good as it would have been if we'd taken it early. Just because it costs 2 the first time. But, I mean, it does start like way better than Claw. You can't keep doing this. Being like, I should have taken it, and then not take it. Doesn't, you know, not doing yourself any favors. Well, obviously, charge battery. Ooh, very nice. You're going to attack this time, though. Yeah, you're doing 27. Just like to kill you first. We only need to get to 18 block, which is super doable. We got to 27, which is... Dude, anytime we can keep the buffer going here, I got no complaints. You're going to live, huh? You did not live because of the boot. Thank you so much. Honestly, get this garbage out of my hand. Bring back my all for one. It's also free decks every time we do this. If we can get Shuriken, and I'm hoping to God we get a chance to like go to a shop, for example. Spend a little bit of these ill-gotten gains. Hold on. 27 HP. You're doing 22 damage, so we're not going to get hit. If we got a lucky lightning strike, we might have gotten you, but... Yeah, if we can get Shuriken, this run is going to get comically overpowered. Right now, it's daily overpowered, which is like, yeah, I mean, it's fun, but it's a daily, so it's easy. Pretty soon, you know, if we get to spend this 1,400 gold, we get a shop that works for us, it's all over. I don't think we want Omamori. The only thing, I don't even think we need self-repair, and earlier I was like, that might be extremely critical. Sadly, I think all of this is useless. Yeah. I mean, Chrysalis would be funny, but I'd rather buy something that, you know, we are kind of score hunting at least. Hold on, let me think. We got to get to 16 block. Or we got to eat the buffer. I mean, I love the idea of rebound all for one. But we'll see. We'll see. So we got to enough block, which is surprising to me. Didn't need those to be brought back. Anyway, I don't want to buy things on the shop that are likely to be useless. It's the end-all, be-all of what I'm trying to say. This is the absolute worst all-for-one. Just bringing back Steam barriers that get worse over time. He's gonna hit us. There's nothing we can do really to get around that. So we are gonna lose our artifact, which mostly just means I'm glad we were able to keep it going to that point to begin with. We have the misfortune right now of drawing things at exactly the wrong time. Hologram is so good here. Okay, so now we can hologram an all-for-one, play the all-for-one. More attacks equals more decks. Now we want to get to 24. We're at 14. We need 10 more. Hologram. Rebound Steam Bear. I was hoping maybe we could rebound the other hologram and then we could bring back our all-for-one, but... Okay, so hologram, still extremely important. The fact that we got another one, unbelievably good. This, I'm just realizing now, and we did this by accident. This was not like, you know, there was no foresight whatsoever involved here, but that's not going to take anybody by surprise, let's be honest. The holograms are like an all-for-one rescue system. If the all-for-ones come out before we have good cards, we need the holograms later to step in and be like, hey, where are you going? You're supposed to be back here, you know, providing my win condition. I think that's 23. That takes us... Okay, so we're not taking damage. I think the perfect is very much, you know, plausible here. What are we drawing? The fact that there's an all-for-one is good. Just make sure you're not accidentally reshuffling your deck. I honestly, I know you should play... Oh, you have to play FTL to get all-for-one. Okay, it's a great time to have checked the ledger there. If we're not killing you, we gotta find a way to get to... I can't believe I was actually about to be like, I wonder if we can get the 24 block. We have like 7 blocks with 9 decks up in hand. Okay. Same situation here, like, yeah, just 1 is enough. So this is basically we had a perfect floor, except we took 1 damage on like our second room fight. I got no cause for concern. Meteor Strike, I think is a little much, honestly. I don't think it's necessary. I don't think any of these help, actually. Sure. I don't think any of that helps that much either. Now, this is the only boss that could have given me fits like this, but I don't think there's a major concern. I think you definitely fight this guy. You hopefully get 1 good shot out of the deal, and you're happy. This seems good enough to me. Yeah, I got nothing to complain about. Not on today's daily. So a claw and a go for the eyes. 13 block. Doesn't strike me as a problem, because it isn't a problem. And we gotta realize, you know, sometimes it seems like it's best to bring back a claw. This is assuming there's no all-for-one that would accomplish it all for us, but sometimes it seems best to bring back a claw, and sometimes it's probably best to just get raw damage out as fast as possible. I'll add a colorless card. Discovery is just fun. I think we'll stick with it. Then you play the Discovery. You get Scrape. You play Scrape. You draw an FTL. You play the okay, didn't really... normally you expect it to scale, you know, it's not gonna stop. We need to get to 11 block. Actually, like, easy. Well... It would be nice to get calipers from our shop, actually. I could see us putting up some seriously, like, high block turns. So we probably want to play both Steam Barriers. Hologram back an all for one. And then if we can kill one of the enemies, like... Nothing to worry about. You're doing 27 damage. Takes us to 29. Yeah, it should be easy enough. I mean, it's a great daily. Don't get me wrong. Now, this... You might be saying, NL, you gotta play that Discovery. Do we, though? Because I gotta tell you. Hologram, all for one. Sure, we didn't quite get the kill, but it's a very satisfying hand to play, and the dex is nice. Now, it's gonna not be quite as nice on the boss fight, but we're not on the boss fight, so what the Timekeeper don't know won't hurt him as far as I'm concerned. Now, I'm not gonna pay 1,900 gold for one turn of weakness. I've probably made decisions that's stupid at some point over the course of my existence, but I mean, that would be a pretty big capitulation here. We would still win, in all likelihood, but it would call it into question, let's put it that way. You know, let's get a free streamline going here. You're doing 25 damage. Realistically, are we getting there? We're not going to get there. It takes us to 11. This will be 13. There's no way I'm weakening you enough for that to happen. So might as well just gain the energy next turn, but we're going to lose our artifact. Haven't hit him very hard either. That's a scary thought. Okay, we wanted like an all for one. Let's rebound a hologram. Yeah, it's a little weak, but once we get the all-for-ones out there, there's a danger of having a 51-card deck, you know, it gets shuffled a little wonky, and all of a sudden, you know, things are not, they're not looking as nice as you'd like. $28 damage. This is the danger zone for sure. So I don't think Blizzard is what we want. We got exactly to 28, but he did have weakness, so we were a little ahead. Here, now it's good. You play your FTL, you get your all-for-ones. You get your claws, you get more FTLs. Definitely should have rebounded the all-for-one, but I think we got 2 more all-for-ones coming. We got super lucky to get one immediately, but... didn't matter. Even playing badly, it didn't matter, which is maybe dangerous. Okay. I never for a second, by the way, have I felt like this run was in any danger whatsoever. Even with all of our campfires being unusable, which is a pretty good sign that it's ended up being a little bit on the easier side as far as dailies go. No doubt about that. Now we'll play Steam Barriers. Every Steam Barrier is a 10% damage bonus. Still kind of a weak turn, but the turns only get better. Start with Discovery. I think we'd rather Hologram for free. Hoping for 0 cost cards. If you don't get them, it's okay. You play your Steam Barriers first, that's my bad. And just get some lightning out there. Even though we're weak, the lightning is like weakness adjacent. So, I think we're gonna rebound all for one. Just to make sure we got it next turn. And then we drew it immediately because I'm a fool. Taking no damage. Still. Dude, he's gonna start to hit us pretty hard. We've been a little slow here. 30 damage. Not necessarily, like, even close to being a problem, but... all Steam Barriers go first for damage bonus. Okay. That was a more solid turn. We also put up 75 block by accident, which is usually a good sign. Let's just take free block. Hologram does not allow us to bring back an all-for-one. So I'm actually just going to do the cowardly thing and rebound a claw. This one's like, you know what you're doing. We're not actually getting any claws anymore. Apparently, at least. He's dead anyway. So we're drawing too many, No. We're drawing too many, steam barriers to do anything with it. Okay, I mean, more all-for-ones, sure. But let's start, yes, all-for-one for sure. Gremlin Horn seems fine. Max HP, why not? Extra energy, draw on the first turn. Upgrade 2 random skills. I love it all. Juzu Bracelet, it's unlikely to matter too much, but there's almost like an element of, you know, why wouldn't we at this point? We can't even rest, so that'll be a low priority. Let's just put an upgraded discovery in our hand. Extra decks, extra cards are good. We don't really need Peace Pipe, although it does give us something to do. We're probably not going to take advantage of it. Oh, dude, we got Shuriken. That's a comical finish. But Shuriken, I mean, our strength is just gonna blossom out of control. This is hilarious. I don't even, it's too complicated for me to think of what we'd have to do here, so. Bit of a coward's way out, but 24 damage. That's real rude, dude. Let's, well, you know what? We should take the 24. I hate to say it, but we don't want him to switch to, like, doing 10 times 3, and then, you know, it could hurt us even more in the long run. It just sucks, like, gaining no bonuses from our zero-costers right now. Like 7 damage? I mean, you're gonna hit me. I think I should just accept the hit. Oh, you're not gonna hit me because of Orichalco. And let's be realistic. I'm not gonna remember, you know, 90% of the relics we've picked up here. We picked them up too fast for it to be, you know, plausible. How do we only have 2 zero-cost cards at this stage in our existence? Like, okay, so you're gonna curse me as a coward move. But hey, it's also more points. So maybe accidentally I'm a genius, but not really. Still feeling pretty dumb, but you know, the chance is there. Oh, more claws is easy choice. And you know what? I actually think the beam cells are likely to be good. So we really only have a 21 card deck. Obviously, it seems way worse. Excuse me. Think we're going to hologram another discovery back. I actually, sadly, like boot sequence here. 18, you're doing 25. It's 26. Always got a one-up ya. Forgot about the cracked core bonus. Alright, well, it's easy money. There's so much energy, too. Okay, now you start to become a slight problem. We have intangibility this turn, so the time is right to start throwing down. In fact, it's actually not going to be a problem at all, thankfully. But I owe intangibility a lot. Just give me the max HP. Give me the max HP. I still think, and again, it's just, I don't really want to. I mean, it's laziness, but like, I don't want to have to crunch the numbers and figure out what I should take. As cowardly as that is. Sunder's good, but dude, give me a discovery. Could be anything. Might not believe me. I think that's definitely more damage plus vulnerability. AoE's not a problem. I think we got to take out the enemies first, even though we do build damage relatively quickly. See what we get. Kind of hoping for like an all-for-one, but life goes on. So now, can we do 45 damage to you? Presumably, I know like Echo Form is a very fun card, obviously, but anytime you can search for an all-for-one, I mean, come on. Reboot is 0 cost and a little hilarious, but also not something I think we necessarily need. Dude, Meteor Strikes for free is comical. If we had the energy, we could hologram one back. Why would you play an all-for-one there? Just for my own, you know, record-keeping purposes? Is it because you desperately have to use the bathroom? No. Why would you assume that? Why? Did somebody say something? Can you hear my legs moving around under the table? Don't be silly. It's ridiculous. Honestly, downright slanderous. I never use the bathroom. I'm like a North Korean despot. I run at 100% efficiency, okay? Don't you forget it. As a bad use of our intangibility turn. But life goes on. I mean, I say this like literally every time. But I really, truly think there's no reason we can't rank well today. I'll tell you, I'm taking the curses because they're more points. And we've done everything I think we could to, more or less, to rank well today. Get rid of all curses. All curses must go. You're doing 26 damage. I think we get rid of all for one and bring it back with a hologram later. So, right off the bat, I think I'd like you to be weak. 19 damage. Okay, let's begin. Probably start here. And getting something high value like that is pretty good. You know what? I actually think this now makes sense. Okay, so we played 4 cards. We want to get to 19 block. That's the easy play. And we get 6 cards next turn. I do think you play a claw and then pass. We want to leave ourselves enough room to hopefully have a chance to perfect. So this is already not a great start, but we need to get to 15. We played no 0 cost blocks, so I think the way we're going to get there is via all for one, and I hate to FTL on pen nib, but now we get 3 more cards. We're gonna take damage. We only got to 14 block. Wait. Orichalcum. But we can't strengthen him if that's the case. Orichalcum takes us to 15 block. But yeah, if we play another card, it'll strengthen him. How much strength does he gain? 2. We do 21 damage, probably. Let me see, because if we play Ball Lightning, this will evoke for 6. And we'll have 12. But then we won't get the Orichalcum block. It's very true. I don't know, man. I think we have an obligation to try to get the perfect, but I suppose we could have leaned on our artifact as well. We should play a card here. He will get stronger. Let's just play Steam Barrier. It's the worst way to lose your artifact, but at least we still have our perfect going. So we got to play a little smarter this moving forward, probably. 28. Okay. Fair play. These have got to go out there. You're actually doing 21. So I really think, you know, gaining decks is important. I don't really want to use Biased yet. So we've only played 3 cards. We need to get to 21. We're already at 9. Let's get one of these going. Let's get one of these going. It's 21. think we'll stop you right there. Ah, heck, let's play biased. I think it'll be good enough. Okay, so 18. We're at 18 if we don't block at all. But he's gonna get stronger. 24, okay. Didn't run the numbers, is because I was 100% confident we were gonna get there. He's doing 22 damage, but we have intangibility this turn. We only need 1 block. That's the easiest money ever made. Are there all for one? There are all for ones back here. This is easy. Claw, hologram, all for one. Now, make him vulnerable, and then hit him where it hurts. Might as well play one more card. So we really want to hit him for for 84 next turn. An all for one would be so helpful. Well, never tell me the odds. So we did perfect dude, we played a pretty solid run here as my kidneys explode. 1608? That's like the highest score I've ever done. What? Front page? Well, just the Tomo still beat me, though. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, watch. We'll be back with a 20 and a free bladder. See you next time.